Hello and welcome back to the Squash Bagel. So it's been quite an eventful day. It's borderline torturous because I've actually had the racket from I think 12:30 today and it is 9:30 in the evening. Have not been able to actually do this, but I promised Burnout, I can't remember what the surname is, one of the subscribers on the channel, that I would actually do this when I receive it. So finally have been able to get my hands on the Carboflex V2. XTop V2, the 120 gram edition. I think previously I discussed maybe looking at the 125 edition, but actually opted for the 120. Seems like there's a lot of coverage on the 125. The 125 NSPA Sport did that, so obviously not trying to compete with them. They've obviously done a really good job. So I'll be obviously going over the 120, and in terms of this video, what I'm going to do is basically unwrap it in front of your eyes, look at what I actually see firsthand, and then the idea is to take about a week or two to go and play test with it. So drills, coaching sessions, everything, and give you a full detailed breakdown on what I feel about the racket as usual. So yeah, without further ado, here we go. We've got the XTop V2. Let me sit back a little bit so at least we can actually go through this thing. A little bit of maybe ASMR, I guess, if I keep quiet, but I'm not going to go do that. Taking that out, and yeah, here we go. That's what we do have. We've got Noor El Shabini and we've got Mohammed El Shabaghi on the front cover. So pop these off. Pop those two off there. And yeah, here we go. XTop V2 120. Have covered a lot of this obviously in the videos previously, but yeah, really nice, a really good looking racket. In terms of cosmetic and finishes, as you can see there, you've got, if we can zoom in eventually, nope, maybe not. Well, that's the 120 on there. Yeah, not a lot of swing space obviously. They want to test it here and hit it on something, but as I said, play testing it bright and early tomorrow morning, and then obviously doing a coaching session, so I'll be able to give you, as I said, feedback later on. In terms of string, I've got Dynamax VP here. It's the 1.25 millimeters, I believe, quite thick in terms of what I'm used to. Idea is obviously when these snap, I'm going to put on the Tecnifibre 1.1s. Depending on the tension, I'll actually speak to John Sharp, or the string doctor, about that. But yeah, surprisingly, it's got an appearance of a very small head compared to the other XTops. I guess just that happens because of the fact that like this seems to blend in quite seamlessly. And yeah, that's about it. Obviously got the what do you call it, wrapping around the handle. Take that off. I'm not a big fan of the Tecnifibre grips, so we'll see how that fares tomorrow. Probably won't last very long. Tecnifibre squash dry grip. I'm not too sure what you guys call this thing that they put over here. I've heard somewhere on Reddit they call it a grip condom. I'm not too sure, but as I said, testing it out, we'll see. If I don't like it, we'll obviously replace a grip. Got some grips on hand, but yeah. Bang. Feels very different. As I mentioned before, in terms of round heads, obviously gone with the Harrow Vibe Gourd edition. That's 115 gram frame weight. This is supposed to be 120, and I think that seems about right. In terms of overall weight all in, I would have to go check on food scales if I still have one around the house. Racketlon, which is a South African manual distributor of rackets in South Africa, has a measured weight of 152.8 grams, which seems about right. I think previously we've had 156s, 157s. with the XTop 125s and the Airsharp 125s as well, somewhere around that ballpark range. But it really does feel nice in hand. Seems super long, I don't know why. It's I think it's a standard size, but yeah, seems super long. As I said, in terms of frame rate, obviously, or frame shape, the head would seem like it's a lot smaller, but yeah, 500 square centimeters. So yeah, without making this video any longer than it needs to be, here we go. This is what it looks like, obviously, straight out of the packaging or wrapper. As I mentioned beforehand in the previous video as well, got a nice Tecnifibre logo on the inside. Got the Tecnifibre colors, which seem to be uniform all the way through, and then your distinguishing factor of the 120 gram or frame weight is actually on here. So yeah, got a groove shaft in here, nice thin shaft. I've got a feeling, just feeling it in hand, it seems very similar to what the gel making felt like in terms of shape and weight and balance. Seems very even. But maybe has a little bit more substantial power that I wanted in that gel making. So as I said, we'll test it out for a few weeks, and then give you feedback on the 120 specifically. But yeah, till next time, without further ado, cheers, bye.